Yeah, there's no sense. I heard them. Back up my SD cards or
Okay.
reformatted.
All right. I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, you need to stand and let me know you are here. Kavanta Thomas. All right, thank you. Araceli Robles. Araceli Robles. Baldemaro Chapa. Giselle Salceda. Arminio Rangel, custody. Gray Garcia. Damian Huff, custody. Crystal Campos. Crystal Dawn Campos. Jose Maciel. Looks like we're gonna have, what did I tell you about today? Julian Coleman. And look, I even said Julian is still a Julian, and they are not here. Caroline Brown, custody. Fernando Leon Placencia, thank you. Sean Pilkington, custody. Joseph Grant. Leo Cantu, custody. Arturo Camacho, Allison Settle, custody. Darren Does. Thank you. Dominic Nicholson, custody. I don't know why that's on the docket. Oh, yes, I do. Joe Jimenez, custody. Anel Soto Figueroa.
Your Honor, I'm here on her behalf. I think she may be on her way. The construction of weather may be complicated.
All right. Edgar Aguilar, custody. Shannon Anderson. Anthony Cochran. Good morning. Mariano Rendon. Richard Campos. Anthony Cochran. Matthew Rendon. Luis Alberto De Leon Jr. Luis Alec Martinez. Juan Lozano, custody. Rodney Patterson. Justin Jelena. Kayla Connor. Amanda Shipman. John Perez, custody. Ricardo Ramirez Jr. Ricardo Ramirez Jr. All right, is there anyone present and your name was not called? All right, attorneys, you know the rules. Please follow the rules. Everyone, please confer. It's not the rodeo if it doesn't rain. Am I correct in that? Isn't it supposed to be raining, muddy, and all of that? Yeah. Excuse me, the people who walked in, are you on the docket? What's your name? Who else? Are you on the docket, miss? All right, thank you.
Hello, may I approach?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I realized I just missed it. Araceli Robles, is on the docket for today.
Yes.
She's at the Hope Center, so she's an inpatient. She checked in already,
Okay.
as per your orders.
All right, could I see the file on Araceli Robles, please? That needs to be set for hearing. All right, and who's the prosecutor you conferred with on Ms. Robles?
I have not conferred this morning, Your Honor. I don't think it matters who.
Okay.
I will confer right now.
All right, thank you. And so you say she's at the Hope Center?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, if you'll confer with them,
Yes, understood.
because maybe since she's at the Hope Center, they may decide something else.
Understood. Thank
All
you, Your
right,
Honor.
you're welcome. All right, and Jenna? On Araceli Robles, there's a case that's missing. It's 2022 CR 3083. It's a probation case.
Was that on the docket as the NCR today?
No, it's not on the docket. She was to go inpatient for treatment.
Which one? And the other cases on the first one?
So she was ordered to go inpatient, and defense counsel has informed me that she's in inpatient treatment. But she was continued.
Are you in the docket, sir?
Greg,
Sorry?
Garcia, Greg.
Are you in the docket?
He is, he's on page 2.
Have a seat in the second row. Second row, sir.
You're welcome. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You in the docket? You in the docket? What's your name?
Hey, Aaron.
Second row.
Okay.
Read the docket, sir. Second row, please.
Excuse me, sir, what's your name? Right here? Yes. All right, thank you. Is he on the docket?
He was on the docket yesterday, Judge.
Yes, Judge. This second.
Yesterday's docket.
Did he not appear yesterday?
He did not.
All right, thank you. Oh, could y'all make sure you pull his file too? Who's his attorney?
Let me check, Judge.
Monica Guerrero.
I'll contact Joseph.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
There were two judges not yesterday.
Okay.
Are you in the docket, sir? Second row, sir. What's your name? Okay, second row. She didn't know where to try. But they found her anyway. Toto, second row. You checked in, sir? Okay.
That's what time do you want the jury to?
11.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty. Yes. Sure. And that was a judge's warrant, correct?
Which one for Davis?
No, DeLeon.
Judge, I don't know if it was a judge's warrant in the system, it just says warrant.
Okay, let me see. Alrighty. Thank you.
Well, I got, it was already addressed because they. Full house. A full house arrest.
This is yesterday.
Oh, that's. Prior to that, there was building. Okay. Well, I'm assuming- Thank you.
Zero.
Lucero? Gazelle?
On this case, they're not ready yet.
But I also think right, it's called to a little kind of more. Oh, yeah, this season, yeah, this season didn't really exist. So we did, talk to
Julian Gomez. Intoxication.
That's different. Video that. Davis.
Morning, how's it going?
Good to see you.
You too?
Been a minute.
Oh, yes. Hey, but we haven't aged at all.
No, no, are you kidding me?
And then we can just go home. Yeah, with that. Oh. Yeah, motion to recuse. If I can-
For the state to recuse themselves on Howie? Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So just abundance of long. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell him. Yeah. We both have- yeah.
That, I'm not sure if that was. That, I'm not sure if that was. Where one of the parties.
Martinez, Alec. The attorney.
No, no, he can have a seat, sir. He can have a seat.
Oh, okay.
I just need to make sure he was here.
Okay.
He's here.
That's what we'll call you as much as we can. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not just making sure.
Okay.
Teaching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually.
But it's gonna be up here. Yeah, so she has tired. She got that.
All right, Luis, Alec Martinez. All right, can I see a prosecutor, please? It's Criminal Trial Division. Court is calling 2024 CR 6325 State versus Luis Alec Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Please, Jerry.
defense?
I'm George Manning here for John St. Heinrich today from Donovan Jones Runner.
All right, and are you Mr. Luis Alec Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Mr. Sandhindrich? All right, your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw because they're stating that you have not complied with your contract with the attorney. State, do you have any objections to this motion to withdraw? All right, state, you may be excused. Defense, would you want to put anything on the record?
Nothing much, Your Honor, maybe very briefly.
All right, you may proceed.
So, Your Honor, it's just frankly about payment issues, nothing else. So hopefully you can go forward and arrange something with a new attorney or qualify for a court appointment, but that's strictly what it's about.
All right, so do you have any objection to this attorney withdrawing?
No.
All right, then you're withdrawn. You may be excused.
Thanks, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Are you able to hire an attorney? All right. All right, just have a seat. We'll make sure you have an attorney.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No.
Carry on. Yes, yes.
Here you are, Norma. You'll pass that to Norma.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Anthony Cochran.
Yes.
If you'll come forward, please. Your attorney is currently in a jury trial in another court, so
Yes,
people
ma'am.
can't be in two places at the same time. So Norma, if you'll recall this for February 24th, please. Yes, once you sign the reset form, you'll be
Thank you,
excused.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'll call you up in just a few minutes. I need to be a few minutes, sir. Good morning. What do you want?
Doing well, as long as I'm not on TV, because I'm okay.
You are not.
Yes, on TV, I am. If you have a 12-inch TV. I got it once at 3:39, but I'm still confirming on Mr. Coleman. And so I'll be back in about 20-30 minutes. The defense is talking to the.
Anthony Cochran?
What do we think, right?
Shannon Anderson, come forward, please. All right. Your attorney had a family emergency, so he's not going to be here today.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to reset you. Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
recall this for March 6th.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to bring you back on March 6th. If for any reason your attorney can't make it on that day, what we will do is we'll have him contact you. That way you won't have to come down.
Yes,
But so for now, it's March 6th, okay?
yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You want me to go sit down or?
No, I was ready. I was in here while you was talking to you. Sign there and you can have an email address.
You're welcome. Crystal Campos. Jose Maciel. Oh, no, she's deceased. Yeah, I know. Jose Maciel. All right, just have a seat. Julian Coleman. All right, you need to be on the second row. All right, Mariano Rendon. Hello. Good morning.
And then just wait till I get setting or?
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Judge, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Very good.
Yes.
We're ready for trial, Judge. I think we discussed previously that we're in agreement to go on the serious bodily injury case first.
Okay. All right. Jury will be up here at 11.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
I'm gonna step out to another court. I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Just on that crystal compost.
All right, thank you.
I told Neil about it. He's rather somewhere.
All right, thank you. Could I see the file on Crystal Compost, please? Thank you. All right, Baldemaro Joseph Chapa. Who's the attorney?
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Jones just asked if we could confer for just a moment. I might have jumped the gun on that.
All right, sure. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Luis DeLeon.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Your Honor, this is a case that Kristen Muller and I have been working on, and I'm very, very hopeful that it'll get resolved. And I thought it would be resolved by now. She is in trial today. The only outstanding thing for her to do is to talk to the complainant in this case and just make sure that the complainant is okay with the resolution that we've principally agreed to, which I think will happen. But I text her when I arrived a little bit late this morning, which I apologize to the court. And she just said that she's in trial to see if we can get another short reset.
All right, where is she in trial at?
Uh,
Because then I'll know what the case is and I'll know what kind of setting to give it. Do you know what she's trying?
I don't, Judge. I apologize.
She asked for.
Let me look and see.
All right, State, does anybody know what Christian Mulliner is trying? All right,
Thank you.
thank you. So now I know when to reset it. All right, we can set this for the week of February 24th,
Perfect, Judge. We will see you then,
the 24th, the 25th, or the 27th.
the 25th.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you recall this for the 25th for disposition. Okay,
Just have a seat.
and counsel, if you all want to come sooner, just let us know.
Thank you, Judge. We will.
You're welcome. Right, Kavanta Thomas. All right. So where are we with the discovery? There was a hard drive. Did you turn over the hard drive?
Yes, ma'am. We have received all discovery at this point,
Okay.
Judge. The issue that we have pending before the court right now is Mr. Thomas has picked up a new misdemeanor and you have remanded him without bond.
Mhm.
The magistrate had put him in GPS full house arrest. And we would ask the court if you would allow Mr. Thomas to be on full house arrest, GPS at home. While the offer that was tendered to us, Judge, that we're working on is somewhat in flux because of this new misdemeanor situation that's pending. I am completely unaware and I am not the attorney of record on the new misdemeanor.
What's the new misdemeanor?
Discharge of fire. So an offer was tendered prior to that, but it has since been rescinded and a new offer was made based on the rear.
All right. So what I can tell you is you'll have to set for a hearing if you want me to recall the warrant. Because this case is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The new case is alleged to be another incident involving a weapon.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to file a motion and set it, if the state has no objection, we could probably hear it
Okay.
Thursday.
I will work on that motion immediately, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me give you a reset date though. So yes.
Okay, Judge.
So do you want this brought back on Thursday?
Uh, Actually, Judge, Thursday, I think I'm going to be in San Marcos.
Okay.
If I file a motion, Judge, is it something that I can come talk to your coordinator and see about?
Putting
Putting
on the
it,
docket? Yes. All right, then. So what we'll do is I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date.
okay.
And are you the attorney on the misdemeanor or someone else?
I am not, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll recall this for a plea deadline date. Mr. Thomas, we're gonna recall this. How old are you? All right, we're gonna recall this for a plea deadline date on February 27th.
Yes, ma'am.
If your attorney wants you brought over sooner to hear the motion, he can. And state, are you waiving time notice with regards to the motion?
I'm not in agreement with it, so I guess I'll confirm with Mr. Miller,
Yeah.
because I
I'm assuming that, and I make assumptions and I always say, I should not make assumptions. No, I know that you're saying that you're probably not going to be in agreement with recalling it, but I'm wondering if you would have any objections. For example, you're required to have notice. Would you waive notice? He'll come in and he may have it ready by Thursday and say, can you bring him over on Thursday? Is there going to be an issue with the state waiving the time notice? That's what I mean.
yeah,
Thank you, Your Honor.
So your attorney can set it earlier if he wants to set it earlier. The state is saying they're not going to object to lack of notice. But for now, I'm going to bring you back for a plea deadline date on February 27th, but you may be back sooner depending on what your attorney files. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I appreciate the court's time.
Thank you. Mr. Thomas, do you have someone to take your items or no?
I'm going to take them for him and give them to an individual.
All right. Thank you. Just let the deputies know.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fernando Placiana.
Present, Your Honor. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, so where's the interpreter?
Oh, right here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. You were behind him.
No problem.
All right. So with regards to your client, is he a citizen or not?
He's a lawful permanent resident since 2001. And
All
so
right.
that's part of the reason for my request for resecurity.
Yes. So are you retained
I am, Your Honor.
and are you going to address the immigration issues with him?
I am going to be doing that.
Okay. All right. Do you have all of the discovery?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Was the state able to tender an offer?
They did make an offer this morning, and so I need to go over that with my client.
All right.
And address any immigration consequences.
All right. And sir, how old are you?
Sorry, you're.
How old are you, sir?
49.
I have to tell people,
49.
either we're gonna use the interpreter or not.
Well, he understands it better than he can speak of the basic stuff.
All right, his plea deadline date, Norma, is gonna be March 18th. On that date, you have to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement with the state. If no agreement is reached, your plea deadline date will have expired and your next setting will be a jury trial date. And the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements past that date without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
And Norma, can you make sure that it is on the record that this is an interpreter? All right, thank you.
Maybe excuse Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
I just added her name.
All right, thank you.
Yes, yeah, I already talked to him yesterday, so.
Are y'all ready on Choppa or no? All right, just whenever y'all are ready to approach, just let me know.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we're bringing him up.
I give a little space. Yes, it's loud. It's students. Little houses. I see this.
Thank you.
Dude, no.
Don't leave, okay?
I'm not leaving.
For those whose attorneys have not appeared yet, you have the court's permission to step outside and call them. We're starting a jury trial, so you may call your attorney. Hello? Yes.
Oh, he's just gonna give me a number. Okay, okay. I was just gonna open it. Okay. Is it all right if I bring it back here?
I'm gonna explain. Yeah. Yes.
Court is calling 2022 CR 10786 State versus Juan Rogelio Lozano.
We're ready, Judge.
All right. If you step down, please. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Greg DeMarais.
And are you Juan Lozano? Right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Juan Rogelio Lozano who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 10786 for the offense of deadly conduct firearm on March 23rd, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On or about the 24th day of September 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Juan Rogelio Lozano, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, ma'am.
State waives the remaining violation allegation drawn.
All right, are you all going to address the issue in the motion to revoke about failure to report?
No, Your Honor. State waives the remaining violation allegation.
All right, any objections to the state's waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, the recommendation of supervision office of initiative, weekly reporting for 60 days, but denied.
It's our agreement, Judge.
All right, and why should I follow this agreement?
Why should you follow the recommendation, Your Honor?
Yes.
I think the state has had an opportunity to review his history, mental health history, and just the opportunities. I've spoken with this young man. You know, I'm been impressed with his candor, with his humbleness, Your Honor. And I just think he's got a long way to go on probation, and he needs this help. He was denied originally for the mental health initiative, but they want to screen him while he's in jail and make sure that this is an opportunity for him, Your Honor.
All right, so even though the state waived it, which I don't understand why the state waived it, I don't know how we can help somebody if they don't show up to report. So it's alleged that he didn't report. So why is he not showing up to report?
Well, I think, I don't have an answer for that, Your Honor. I can tell you that I think it's all part of the situation that he needs help.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. So what has been going on in your life since the court placed you on probation?
Well, now, I've been homeless and I've been staying at the Haven for Hope. So, but now I got my support back, my family. I'm staying with my grandpa now. I'm working with him. I got all my stuff, clothes, all that. So I'm doing good now.
All right, so why didn't you check in with probation and tell them what was going on in your life?
Well, I haven't had a chance to go because I have no money or nothing. But now that I'm working with him, I can take the bus now and everything. It's really far from where I'm at in South Side to him.
But I mean, you said you were at Haven for Hope.
Yes, ma'am.
I think they'll provide a bus pass. So I'm just trying to figure
I'll
out.
try to get that from them, but they didn't. I even went to the reentry place. They never gave me.
So did they give you opportunity to call probation on the phone?
Yes.
And did you call?
No.
Why not?
I never really knew her number. Never really like looked it up.
Any objection to the court review and the court summary?
No, Your Honor. You know what I mean?
All right, probation. It says in the court summary that he has unaddressed mental health concerns, but defense has told me that they deemed him unqualified to be in the mental health initiative. So is that going to change if he's referred back?
Judge, at the time, his mental health evaluation, his supervision level was not at the level where we could supervise him under the mental health unit. I did ask that all of the evaluations be done in custody so that if it turns out that it's not where it needs to be still, that we can bring him back to court and figure out what to do then.
Okay. All right, state, you may be excused. This is what the court is going to do. I'll deny the motion. I'm going to follow the probation's recommendation to have you reevaluate it for the mental health initiative. And that's going to take place in custody. So you say you're staying with your grandfather? So counsel, will you make him aware of what has happened today?
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, so what we'll do, and counsel, if you could remain on the case, we're going to have him evaluated in custody. If he's not accepted, then we'll have him brought back to court.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
On probation, how long do you think it will take before he's evaluated?
If we refer to the county, that could be about a month out.
All right, we'll see if we can not have the month out thing. But what I'm going to do, since they're saying it will be in 2 weeks, I'm going to recall this. Ms. Abrams, could I recall this for March 6th? Would that be enough time?
Yes, Judge, for the initial report.
Yes. So I'm going to recall you for March 6th so I can keep you on the docket and you don't fall into a black hole or something, okay? Is there anything else you need? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Nobody can help you if you don't call anybody. In this court, it's easy to get in touch with probation. In this court, if you're supposed to be in touch with your probation officer and you can't get in touch with them and they are picking up, and you're homeless and you don't have access to VIA because it's too far, you can always call the court's number and they will get to me and say, you're unable to reach your probation officer, and we will make sure that you're able to reach your probation officer. All right, is there anything else you need in order to help you be successful?
No, now I'm doing pretty good now. Now that I got my place with my grandpa, I'm working with him. It's going good.
All right.
I think the key, if I may, if that all falls apart, your solution is to stay in contact with probation. Like I said, if they were offered $1 million, you'd have found that place.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
All right.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
It's good
Thank you,
seeing
ma'am.
you, Greg. How's everything going?
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Everybody's doing well. Playoffs tonight, little basketball action.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, so.
People were watching the game and I was telling them, I don't know why they expected a different result.
Which one are we talking about? The Philadelphia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
you know, everyone's after the fact that, like, I told you that, but no, you didn't. You were saying Kansas City. You were saying 3 people.
mhm.
You were saying all that.
Oh, yeah, and
I
I was telling people, I said, no, I don't think they match up very well.
No, they don't. But you know your stuff. You know your stuff.
All righty.
The LSU women's basketball team.
Yes. Okay, if we can get our football team. Why don't you resign all your positions and go out there and coach?
I would love to.
It'll be great.
It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Judge,
Well,
good
have a
seeing
good
you.
one.
Thank you, man.
Julian Coleman.
Are you Judge?
Oh, you're on this side. All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
We got discovery, Your Honor. We just, we did a plea offer. That's correct, Judge.
All right, how old are you?
24.
Let's see here. Norma, put this on the docket the first week in March for a plea deadline date. It's Coleman.
Judge, my client's from out of town. Can he attend next setting on Zoom?
Where are you? Out of town?
League in Nebraska.
Ah, okay, yes. All right, and if an agreement is reached, y'all will be able to do the paperwork electronically. It'll happen.
Something will happen.
All right, so you can appear by Zoom. And counsel, you'll be given the Zoom link.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, any other questions?
Let's just sign a receipt. Can we be excused?
Yes, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Yes, March 4th. Yes.
Judge, I lived here when I was in 5th grade
I'm sorry, you did?
in Lincoln. My
Oh,
dad was stationed
wow.
there.
My dad hated him because he wasn't a Sooners fan.
Yes.
May I show up at 1:30 on that day because I have to be in Valverde in the morning?
Sure.
Thank you.
Giselle Saucedo,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, where's your client?
She's ready to.
All right, today's plea deadline date.
Judge, we have some videos that we were not able to get from the state. There was a total of 7. There was 2 that were corrected, and Mr. Garahan's copying them right now. We can get those downloaded.
All right, so,
So
and
we
that
have
will be
time to review
the,
That just came to our attention today.
Yes, correct.
and so then after that, that's done with discovery.
We should have it all. Yes, ma'am. We have the lab reports and the rest of the reports and the memorandums. Okay.
All right, Norma, set this for March 6th for a plea deadline date.
March 6th.
Yes. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Ma'am, thank you. Good to
You're
see you.
welcome. You
Have a
too.
good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Mapper, just briefly.
Sure.
I have Mr. Darren Doe's on your docket.
Mhm.
It's a plea. We've worked it out.
Okay.
State's working on paperwork.
Okay,
I have a parent teacher meeting at 11 o'clock in the downtown area.
sure.
Would you like me to try to make it back here before noon? You want me to come back at 1:30? You want me to send someone else to do it?
If you want to send someone else, you can. If you want to do it by Zoom, you can do it by Zoom,
Okay,
however you want to do it.
okay.
But I guess someone will need to go with paperwork with him.
Yeah, I'll get the paperwork and start that and then,
You don't have time,
yeah, you're probably right, but
so don't be late.
I won't. All right,
Okay.
well, I'll get it figured out. I appreciate you, Judge.
All right, I don't want my children to miss their father.
I appreciate that.
See, I make too much of my kids' stuff.
Yeah.
I make almost all my kids' stuff. So when I'm not there, it's like the end of the world.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's, my dad would show up once some blue moon with those guys never. I'm there for like 80% of it. The 20% I miss, they're like,
And see, my mom had a horrible employer who wouldn't allow her to do things, and she feels guilty about it all the time. And I'm like, Mom, we survived. You showed up for what we needed you for.
tell them, I'm there at everything. If I'm not there, there's a reason.
Mhm. And that is, and you know, that is why when I have people on staff and they say it's children or whatever, I'm like,
Couldn't go.
go. Now watch, people are gonna be saying, Judge, you and Neil Kappas have children together? And I'm like, no, they're like my children, because Neil and I have been friends forever.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Gray Garcia. Hi. Who's the attorney for Gray Garcia? Is the attorney for Gray Garcia here? All right, just have a seat.
Judge.
Yes.
They're here early. What time do you want them to be on break?
Just have them wait a little bit and then we'll probably free them for lunch. It depends. We may not free them for lunch. We may end up being able to go into trial.
Judge.
All right, thank you.
I'll just let them know to stay on the floor and if they need to use the restroom, it's fine.
Yes, thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you. Just got back here.
Yes. Gray Garcia.
Send my other.
This side.
Thank you.
All right, so State, did you tender an offer?
Believe, he wants to, we're discovering that the next setting would be in position for the appeal.
Judge, on the last setting, there was new discovery in the form of images that were uploaded that day. I believe Judge Angelini was filling in for you, so he recalled it, gave them 24 hours to get it to me. He did. We had scheduled a meeting. Unfortunately, that was last week when I had the flu. So my client weren't able to review those. We can even just recall it for 2 weeks. My client's gonna come into the office today to go ahead and review those. We'll come back, whatever, to go ahead and negotiate an offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for March 4th. And State, at that time, you need to present an offer. All right, is there anything else? All right, once you can have a seat, once you get the reset form and you sign it, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. May I be
Thank
excused?
you. Yes. No, that's for the state to tender an offer.
Behind you.
Yes.
Never done with that.
Oh, it's never a dull moment. But did I not call this day? I think I called this day. All right. Are the parties ready on Ricardo Ramirez Jr.?
Yes, sir, correct.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 9472 State versus Ricardo Ramirez Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Oh, it's different, sir.
Defense.
Louis Martinez on behalf of Mr. Ramirez.
And are you Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this no longer contested?
Oh, no, Judge, we needed to get our affairs in order. We never really were truly contesting the allegations.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Ricardo Ramirez Jr. who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 9472 for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on April 29, 2024 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? All right, you need to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear. State.
Violation of.
What? Oh, there's no court reporter there. Where did she go? All right. Okay. Oh, then. Well, Norma, could you let, all right, thank you. Why is this area so crowded? All right, well, if you all could step back a little bit, we're waiting for the court reporter.
I got no else to be judges.
All right. Oh, all right, we're back. Court is calling 2023 CR 9472 State of Texas versus Ricardo Ramirez Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
In Galloway for state.
Defense.
Yeah, Louis Martinez from Mr. Ramirez.
And are you Ricardo Ramirez Jr.?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Ricardo Ramirez Jr. who's placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 9472 for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on April 29, 2024 for a term of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 30 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Ricardo Ramirez Jr., did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of portable alcohol monitoring device. In that the defendant skipped 33 required test windows from August 21st, 2024 through December 23rd, 2024 in violation of condition number 30.
To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
Sure.
State,
Judge, to the agreement.
with regards to the,
Highway and abandoned first.
any
With-
objection?
Without objection, Judge.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 30, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in the prison and up to $2,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 30?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 30 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, sir. You're asking that you amend the conditions to, or deny our motion and amend the conditions to order the defendant to complete a TAP evaluation and follow the recommendations, and then to address what was pledged true to. We're asking for a SRAM device for 60 days.
All right. Is that what you all are requesting?
Yes, Judge, that's what we're requesting.
All right, probation. What are you all requesting? And any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Judge. And for the court's information, that was where the state and defense are both asking to follow what's recommended in the court summary.
The recommendation based on the court summary is the scram for 60 days, continue with Pam as originally ordered, complete a TAP evaluation and follow the recommendations, Judge.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ricardo Ramirez Jr.
All right, why are you not following your conditions?
It's in the morning window. When I wake up to work, I get up early in a rush, try to make it to work. And then by the time I realize that it blew into my window, it's past the 10 o'clock window.
So, and Judge, just so the court knows, he's got some documented anxiety issues. He also does not drive, so he's on foot and works in the downtown area. It's planning as much as it is anything else. I think what's going on really is that Mr. Almeida's is trying to make probation work around his life instead of making his life work around probation. And obviously that needs to be adjusted.
All right, and why haven't, on this, it says that you have yet to complete community service. How many community service hours have you completed?
I made a donation back in October of 2024 to the food bank. I'm getting another one this month, again to the food bank for, I believe, a total of 60 hours out of the 200 required. And my plan was to make donations through the life of the probation to resolve that.
Just a moment, I'm sorry. People, can you scan this for me? And there's pages on the back as well. You'll scan it to me. All right.
And my plan was to make donations to the food bank or another charity for the life of probation to resolve that 200 hours.
All right, so here's my question for you. Are you serious about this probation, or do you just want to be revoked and go to prison?
I do not want to be revoked and go to prison.
So how are we going to change all of this?
Making sure I hit those windows. I think a good start is the 60 days on Scram. It's a constant reminder of why I'm here and what I need to do and what I need to follow. So once I'm done with the 60 days and I fulfill that obligation, then I know the PAM device is just as serious as the Scram device. So I have to take those windows serious and not miss any of them.
All right, so what do you think should happen if you come before me again with missing windows?
You have the full right to prosecute me to the extent. I understand the consequences going forward if I have to come here again in front of you.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. And I'm following the recommendation of probation, which both the state and the defense are in agreement with. And you're in agreement with the recommendation as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is a part of your new contract with the court. And let me remind you, this is a contract with the court. It's not a contract with your attorney or the state. So when they say they've reached an agreement, I don't have an obligation to follow it. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so alternate main conditions. It's going to be 60 days Scram. Continue with Pam until further notice. There's going to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. You're going to follow the TAP recommendations. Counsel, if you disagree with those recommendations, you can have it brought back to court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And I'm looking at the other concerns that are listed in the court summary. I'm telling you now, do not drink mouthwash. Do not come in here saying that you drank mouthwash or something else. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything that has alcohol in it, you're not allowed to drink it, and you're not allowed to rinse with it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And have you done any sober support meetings?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many have you done?
I finished the 90 days, 90 required meetings in 90 days. I have the log that I can.
And do you still do sober
yes,
support meetings?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you need to continue with that. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Yes.
It's not gonna be.
You know, maybe not, because I think actually it'll scale up on the bottom, so maybe not.
All right, you want to take this up now? Okay. Just let me put this in the system.
Y'all are out.
keep appearing. This is so nice. All right, that's Ricardo Ramirez. All right, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just need to know the dates
Okay, yeah.
and what court it was in. So we'll be here all day long.
Okay.
All right, who's here on John Ray Pettis? Court is calling 2022 CR 7826A State versus John Ray Pettis. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Robert Porter for Mr. Pettis.
And are you Mr. Pettis?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same John Ray Pettis who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7826A for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on January 10th, 2023 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Suspended, and that is violation of condition number 1 on or about the 31st day of December 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, John Ray Pettis, committed the offense of evading arrest, detention, causing FBI violation of condition number 1.
Right. And to that offense, you said causing SBI?
Yes.
I don't have that in the amended motion. Am I missing it? I just have evade, commit the offense of evading arrest or detention. Oh, that's not on mine. Okay.
Good.
All right, I see it.
Well,
No, I see the one that y'all have. To violation of condition number 1, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State,
Yeah, in the remainders, Your Honor.
No.
any objections?
no, yeah.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Sure.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor, it's to grant the state's motion to enter an adjudication of guilt against the defendant, revoke his community supervision, and sentence him to 16 months in state jail facility. And the state will be taken into consideration, clause number 2024 PF 29675.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the numbers after the PF?
29675.
All right, and then probation. With regards to restitution, was there any restitution for Michael John McLaughlin?
Just give me one moment. No revocation listed.
Okay. And state you're not requesting restitution? All right, are you defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Pettis, are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 as true as previously stated. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, taking consideration 2024 PF 29675. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Just that he gets credit for the time served.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I said that. And I see I did not. Credit for any time served.
Thank you.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record, make changes in your life. Otherwise, as I always tell people, there's always room at the prison. Nobody ever says there's no room at the prison. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Have a seat, sir. Eres?
All right, and who is the interpreter here for?
Camacho Delgado.
All right, I will take that up. Oh, and you're next after this case.
Go.
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 012630 State versus Arturo Camacho Delgado. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Guillermo Lara for the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Delgado?
Yes.
All right, we have an attorney present. I'm sorry, we have an interpreter present. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Could you state, you can lower your hand, could you state your name for the record?
Mariana Rios.
All right, Mr. Delgado, all of the documents I'm going to review with you are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
And counsel, do you speak Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you speak it fluently?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you able to explain these documents to your client?
Yes, Judge.
All right, counsel, have you received all discovery?
We have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Delgado, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, waiving counts 2 and 3.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Just one moment.
Have a seat.
All right, did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand in the remaining count one, you're charged with intoxication assault with a vehicle SVI as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Delgado, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Counsel, did you advise your client on the consequences of entering a plea bargain agreement in this case as it relates to his immigration status?
Yes, Your Honor, and he's advised me that his family is again in touch with an immigration attorney because he still has the immigration process to proceed with, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Delgado, did you understand by entering this plea, you will be deported?
Yes.
And did you understand that you will be denied naturalization or the right to re-entry into the United States?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with this plea?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count one. Punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. The state recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution to Eduardo Noriega. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
That's correct, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
All right, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court? Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There'll be 200 hours community service restitution, DWI intervention, and VIP live. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the count one of the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
Oh, what? I'm sorry?
To
I
count
didn't
one,
hear.
how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. And state, have you spoken to the complainant?
I have not spoken.
All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
And did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so why am I following this agreement?
Well, Judge, we did discuss with the state, this is his first offense, Your Honor. He hasn't had any prior offenses with respect to any of these felonies, misdemeanors, or anything like that, Your Honor. His family, again, is asking for him to be deported, if not allowed to remain here in the United States. My understanding is that there's a civil lawsuit pending, and he did have full coverage at the time of this accident, Your Honor.
All right, and are you here legally?
No.
All right, the court is finding him guilty. The court is going to sentence him to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's to be no driving for the duration of probation, DWI intervention, VIP live, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, no reentry in the United States. Well, I should say to the United States. There's to be restitution to Eduardo Noriega, TAP evaluation in custody, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or working with the elderly or with minors. Probation, is there anything else that he needs? Yes. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, and you are not allowed re-entry into the United States. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Buena suerte, señor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, one of us will. Yes. Yes, yes. Mañana. All right. Bye.
Yeah, I did.
All right, Kayla Connor. All right, court is calling 2022 CR 0841C State versus Kayla Connor. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Ashley Jones for the state.
for the defense?
Roberto Ambrosino.
And are you Kayla Connor?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Kayla? Is it Jeanne? Janine Connor, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 0841C for the offense of injury to a child with intentional bodily injury on August 25th, 2022 for a period of 5 years. Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, the state is alleging from the state's motion to supplement, pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt, that the defendant violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Kayla Jan Connor, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2023. And January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way through December of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
Right, to that allegation, how do you plead, true or not true? True. And state with the regards to the other allegation?
The state will waive the other allegation.
No
Any
objection.
objection? All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not a proposed agreement. The state will argue for our recommendation. And I plead to this.
All right. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, given that the defendant has not reported for over a year and a half now, and given her history and not only the facts of the case, that state is going to ask for 2 years in the Texas Department of Corrections.
All right. In defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I'm requesting that the court impose some type of jail sanction, revoke her deferred adjudication, adjudicate her, and put her on straight probation. Or possibly, I saw there was a recommendation from probation that their recommendation was to extend and assign her to safety. I think her only positives were for THC. I don't know that that would be a good fit. I think maybe SATA might be a better fit under the circumstances. And I did have a witness.
All right. Should we call your witness?
Carmen Rodriguez.
Ms. Connor.
Oh, come forward. Thank you. Hello. All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Carmen Dolores Rodriguez Mills.
And good morning, Ms. Rodriguez. How long have you known Kayla Connor?
I believe the first time I met her was around 2014, right before my husband got orders to station at Scott.
Okay, and she's essentially friends with your daughter, correct?
Correct, that's how I met her.
Okay, and so you've known Kayla for a while. What type of family life did she have as long as you've known her?
It wasn't easy. When I met her, she was living with her grandmother because she had her parents weren't really in the picture. And when we left and came back, we started talking to her again last year. And that's when we find out that everything that had happened, and she was not in a good relationship and she was trying to get away from that person. So her and my daughter had gotten contact again, but it wasn't a good example.
So she has had a hard life as such. And with respect to the probation, I guess you were recently made aware that she had a warrant for essentially not reporting to probation.
Yes, I probably around, I want to say around New Year's, she let it be known. And at that time, I was trying to talk to her, and I don't know what the process would be. So I was trying to convince her to, if we could hire a lawyer to explain what needed to be done.
And so once you were made aware of her situation, you advised her to deal with the warrant, put herself in, and some of them were fine.
Well, yeah, whatever
I don't know if she would have had to go to the probation or who.
Okay, and do you feel like you've been a positive influence in her life to this point?
I feel yes.
Okay, and has she essentially spent a lot of time at your house over the last few months?
Yes.
Okay, has she lived there or just?
Sometimes my husband and I joke that she lives there. Yes.
Okay, okay. And if the judge were to continue her on probation in some form or fashion, would you allow her to live with you, at least in the short term, while she gets back on her feet?
Yes. As long as she abides by the rules.
Okay, and based on what you've seen, do you think that'll be a problem?
No, I don't think so. I just think she needs the guidance.
Okay, do you think there's good in Kayla? Yeah. Do you think the judge should give Kayla another chance?
Yeah. I know she screwed up, but
Do you think that maybe Kayla lacks some structure and support that maybe she didn't get growing up, and maybe you could provide that for her? Help
yes.
provide that for her to some extent?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass this.
All right, any questions?
What's your daughter's name?
Michelle
Michelle, last name?
Rodriguez.
And how long did you say you've known Kayla?
I think it was around 2014 because we left in 2015, and then so I knew her then because I had to get permission from my daughter to go over there and talk to the parents before.
So 2014 to 2015, you knew her before you left?
Yeah, before we left, and then when we came back, I would say it was last year that she started coming back.
When did you come?
Well, I came back, my dad had cancer, so we came back in 2018. But my daughter was in Clovis.
Okay, so from 2015 to last year, you really haven't had any interaction with Kayla?
Personally, no, just my daughter saying, oh, you know, I talked to her, or, yeah.
Those are the only questions.
Any further
No,
questions?
Your Honor.
I have a couple if no one has any objections.
No objection.
So you mentioned that she was in a bad relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that the relationship she was in while she was on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did she ever discuss with you that Child Protective Services was in her life?
Child Protective Service, well, she told me about the case and that she had certain requirements she was supposed to be making.
All right. And did she tell you her requirements with Child Protective Services?
I didn't ask specifics.
All right.
I was just kind of trying to get her to get back on track with the probation.
Thank you so much for coming down. I appreciate your coming down.
Thank you.
All right. Any other witnesses?
Just briefly call my client.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Kayla Connor.
All right, you may proceed.
Good morning, Caleb. You heard the testimony of Carmen Rodriguez. If the judge were to continue you on probation, are you in agreement to reside with Carmen in the next few months while you would get on your feet?
Yes.
You heard mention of a bad domestic violence involved relationship that you had been in previously. Has that ended?
Yes.
Okay, when did that end?
About May of last year.
So May of 2024.
Yes.
So that was kind of during this period of time that you had a warrant of your arrest, essentially. Why should the judge give you another chance on probation?
I'm in a better place than I was when all of this happened. I understand that I messed up. I did not go about it the right way, but I'm out of that relationship and that situation that I was in. And I know now that I have the support team that I do have, I am capable and more confident in myself now that I can get this done.
And why didn't you deal with the warrant earlier?
Honestly, I was scared. I've never been in trouble before.
So that's the first criminal case you've ever
Yes.
had?
So I've really had no idea how it was gonna go. And due to being a mother of 4 kids, I just didn't want to do time away from them. That's really all it is.
Okay, and essentially, I wasn't on that case previously, but based on what you told me, you were given a period of time that you needed to provide residence in Bear County. And you told me that you did get residence in Bear County, but you were late in providing notice, and that's when the warrant went.
Yes.
And so that went out quite some time ago, but after that, you didn't deal with it because you had the warrant and you were scared.
Yes.
If the judge were to continue you, who's to say the same thing wouldn't happen?
Like I said, I'm confident that I'm not gonna slip up. I'm out of the situation that I was in, and that was a very big factor as to why things went the way that they did. And now I'm working on myself and my future for myself and for my kids.
And you have minor children, correct?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
4.
4, and what are their ages?
5. My twin boys are 4, and my youngest is 2.
Okay, and where are they with?
They live with their father.
Okay, and does he have like primary custody essentially?
There's nothing really in place. It was just a verbal agreement due to the fact that I had the warrant. I thought it would be best that they lived with him until I was able to get it figured out.
Okay, and so you voluntarily did that?
Yes.
On your own? Okay, is there anything else you want the judge to know why she should consider continuing you on probation?
All I have to say is that if you give me the another opportunity, I won't make you regret it.
All right, any questions, State?
Ms. Conner, what is the father of your children's name?
Nicholas Treadwell?
I'm understanding that you were given a gift by being placed on probation in the first place for this case.
Yes.
And then you understand that you messed up that probation by not doing the things you were supposed to do.
Yes.
And then the judge gave you an opportunity to come back and continue to do what you were supposed to do. You didn't. And then you didn't report for over a year and a half. Is that correct? That's right.
I have some questions if there are no objections.
No objection.
All right. So this relationship that you were in, that the previous witness says was not a good relationship, was that the relationship with the boyfriend who was supposedly working at Toyota? Or was this some new person? Or, oh, you say Tesla?
Yeah, it's Tesla.
All right, so that was him?
Yes.
All right. So do you recall being here for a compliance hearing? And at that compliance hearing, there were 2 CPS caseworkers. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And do you recall that nobody knew where you were living because you would move from place to place? Did you recall that? Do you recall that?
No, honestly, no. I was in touch with my probation officer.
Now, I want you to listen to my question. Do you recall the compliance hearing where the issue was you were moving from place to place and taking your children with you? Do you recall that?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Do you recall coming in where the caseworkers, one was by Zoom, well, actually, both of them were by Zoom. And do you recall coming in and one of the complaints was that you were testing positive for marijuana? Do you recall that?
Yeah.
And do you recall that your CPS caseworkers had no idea that you were testing positive for marijuana in this court? Do you recall that?
Yes.
And do you recall my ruling saying that you were to leave the home with that boyfriend? Do you recall that?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. All right. I have no further questions.
Any questions, Your Honor?
All right. Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And I've heard both your arguments and what you're requesting. This is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to grant the motion. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you understand that and sign it?
Yes.
You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are in deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're also not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Good luck to you. All right, who is here on Amanda Griffin?
Present, ready, Judge.
Court is calling 2022 CR 4520, State of Texas versus Amanda Carol Griffin. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, hand, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Griffin?
Yes, ma'am.
Albert Gear for defendant, Ms.
All right,
Griffin,
thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Miss Griffin, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same? I'm sorry, could I have that last file back? Are you the same Amanda Carol Griffin who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 4520 for the offense of assault family household member previous conviction on September 18, 2023 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 1, on or about the 9th day.
Everyone, please whisper.
On or about the 9th day of January 2025 in Bexar, Texas, the defendant Amanda Carol Griffith committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance when they group 1 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Not a way to remain violated.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, it is to deny the motion, continue her on her probation. She is to go to plea on the theft case and the misdemeanor case to judgment sat, and then we will also take in consideration cause number 2025 PF 01181, which is the possession case she pled true to, and to alter and amend her condition to include UBRF.
Probation, is this your recommendation?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to follow this recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. Take in consideration it was 2025 or
Yes, Your Honor.
2025 PF 0181. Referral for DDRF. Probation, is there anything else?
Want to make it clear that the other number 1 will need to be disposed before she's even placed on anything.
All right, so that needs to be disposed of as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be in limbo and they're not going to accept you.
Yes, Judge, I communicated that with County Court number 4 yesterday and told that was set on the same day as today, so hopefully we can go right over there and take care of it.
Right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. Good to see you. May I
You
be
too.
excused?
Yes. It's Amanda Griffin.
Good, good eye.
Just one moment.
Okay.
Oh, it's also Shipman. Yes. And she's to remain in custody for DDRF.
Gonna approach her on Damien. BHUFF.
Jose Maciel. Could you give me that PF cause number again, Jason, because it's not coming up in Odyssey? Is it 2025 PF? Yes. Oh, okay, I have it. I was missing a one. All right, where are we on this case with regards to discovery?
Yes, Your Honor. So we were actually working on this case pre-indictment.
Mhm.
I've downloaded everything pre-indictment. I need to go back to see if there's anything else post-indictment. But I don't expect any surprises.
All right,
Maybe
was an offer tendered?
It was, Judge, yeah.
How old are you?
62.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. If you'll set this for a plea deadline in 2 weeks, please. All right, bring it back on February 18th.
Okay, Judge.
All right,
Thank you,
your
Your
plea
Honor.
date is February 18th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thanks. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's here on Rodney Patterson?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does he have something other than the evading?
He does, Judge. He has a few unindicted cases, and that's actually what we needed to address with the court.
All right, let's address it.
Okay, so right now, he is set for trial currently on April the 1st on his evading charge. We were brought over here today as a status conference. I
Mhm.
conferred with the state, both with family violence and the state. And we have the tentative framework for a plea agreement right now, but it's my understanding that the family violence unit needs to still reach out to the CWs, and they're asking for a 2-week continuance on this, where we can meet back in a couple weeks and possibly put together a plea agreement.
All right.
Family violence cases, I just need to review them and present the best global offer to
All right, Norma, if you recall this for February 25th,
Sounds great,
and
Judge.
if you all wish to be brought over sooner, just let the court know.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Well, he can't,
All right.
but you can.
All right. All right.
I don't want to get in trouble with the deputies.
There you go.
Deputy Lauren, they can be excused for lunch. Have they already been excused? All right. Norma, can you let them know they can be excused for lunch and be back outside by 1:45? Are you already on Choppa? Hello, so what is happening with Choppa?
We went back and forth today several times, and we were not able to work out an agreement, Your Honor. So we will need to be on the trial track.
All right. So how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Your Honor, I would say at least 2 days for the state's case in chief.
A day tops for defense.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can give a jury trial date, if y'all will confer with her on a jury trial date on Choppa, he's on page 1. So if you have a seat, they'll confer the date. Once you have a date, come back and let me know what the date is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Joseph Grant.
I'm here on that, Your Honor.
April 8th? All right, your jury trial will be April 8th. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Will you
Yes,
be excused?
yes.
Judge, on this particular case, he has one indicted case, UUMV. There's two other individual cases that I'm looking into, that are evading arrest in the vehicle. Two separate instances, and we're looking into that. I mean, they seem sort of old, so I'm trying to look for them. So
Okay.
we might just, if we could just give a little bit more time to look into it.
All right. How much time are you all requesting?
Chitlin?
Okay.
The reason I'm asking is that they're a little bit older. They're like in July, so it should be done. I just don't understand why they have to get pushed through.
All right. Do you want it at the end of February or beginning of March?
Get it in March. Would be better.
Beginning of March, we find Judge.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, could, Joseph Grant is being recalled for, March 6th? March 6th. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you excuse.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Oh, may I address the court? real quick?
Yes.
The other day, I think I told you I was going to go get my knees injected, and they've been working perfectly.
Okay. And you're saying you just use the rooster thing?
Well, no, it's not a steroid, but it's not a gel. It's, my wife knows the name of it, but it works wonderfully.
Oh, and how's your wife doing?
She's doing much better, Judge.
Oh, that is so
She's doing
awesome.
real good. You know, they put her on that anti chemo, or that chemo pill, and she got real sick with her joints and
Mhm.
all of that and whatever. So she got off of it, and she's been checking herself every 6 months, and everything's still coming out good.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah, thank you. for
All right,
asking.
thank you.
You bet.
Have a good one. Damian Huff?
They're working on paperwork, Judge,
Okay.
but I need to ask if we can reset for tomorrow. I have a Payne Klein meeting with at 1:30, 1:45, and
Okay.
I can't miss that.
Oh, I understand.
So they're gonna
Ms.
have it ready
Ferguson.
for a plea for tomorrow.
If you're, all right, Mr. Huff?
The prosecutor's working on the paperwork and they're gonna bring it in the morning.
All right. Norma, on Mr. Huff, if you recall him back for tomorrow for a plea.
I'll be here early, bright and
All
shiny.
right,
All right, Judge, thank you.
you're welcome.
See you in the morning.
There, we'll have a seat. Second row on top.
That's
For, Mr. Huff, was that for tomorrow or for Thursday?
for tomorrow. You're welcome. Yes. Sean Pilton? Hello. So where are we on this case?
Judge, state has made an offer.
Okay.
It includes the case that, Scott Hill is appointed on. Mr. Pickleton, the defendant, wants to talk to Mr. Hill about that case. And I understand Mr. Hill has informed me, and I think he's informed the coordinator, he cannot make it today.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, have Mac come down for this afternoon. And the offer that they made, is it on your case or Mr. Hill?
It's on two of my cases
Mhm.
and on one of Mr. Hill's cases.
All right, so I'm gonna have Matt come down and talk to you this afternoon. Are you able to come back this afternoon?
Judge,
I mean, that's yes or no. If you can't, that's fine.
yeah, Judge, I'd rather, not. I mean,
Okay, all right, so.
it's 2 days in a row. I'm trying to work.
So
with
you'll be back here this afternoon and Matt will come. Do you understand? All right, put a hold on him for 1:30. All right, thank you.
No problem, Judge. Thank you
Right.
very much.
You're welcome.
Judge.
We'll call you if we do. All right, thank you.
So they're gonna bring him back at 1:30 to the court,
Yes.
Judge?
All right, that's,
What do you need, Mr. Baker? Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, have a seat.
All right, this is 1:30. Armenio Rangel,
Morning, Judge, for present.
and no more files up here. Hello,
Good morning, Judge.
morning. How are you doing?
Too blessed to be stressed, I guess.
Oh, I love that saying. All right, so where are we on this case? I think you're set for trial, is that correct?
Judge, I have it as a plea deadline date.
Okay.
I may be incorrect,
Mhm.
but there is a plea offer that was tendered to to us. I communicated with my client. My client has rejected that plea offer and wants to have his trial setting.
All right, your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements in this case with not good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. Do you understand? And you're right, it is the plea deadline date. How long do y'all expect this jury trial to last?
Judge, 2 to 3 days, Your Honor, including jury selection.
All right, so you want a jury trial as opposed to a bench trial?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date, 2 to 3 days. All right, you'll come back on April 8th and you'll be dressed for trial in whatever civilian clothes you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something different, you need to speak with your attorney. Do you understand? And
Yes,
counsel,
thank
if there is an issue with the clothing exchange, just let the court know.
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a seat, sir.
Did the court say April 8th?
Yes.
No, okay, I'm taking them.
And let me see, what page is he on?
One.
Thank you. You know, I would miss the page one person. Caroline Brown.
Judge, I'm here on that case.
Yes.
I'm just conferring and I'm waiting for an offer. She's in custody right now.
Okay. All right.
In custody.
Oh, okay.
All right. So 1:30.
Come back at 1:30?
Yes.
I'll be here.
All right. On Brown, he'll be back at 1:30.
Yeah.
All right. Who's here on Alexandra Alvarez? Hi.
Hi.
All right. Where is she?
So we had an issue where the GPS order was not entered and there needed to be revisions. She was booked on Thursday. She came out Friday sometime in the afternoon. They did not install it because they said no order was in that had to be corrected. That was handled with Yahaira. And then there was an issue yesterday where she came in the afternoon to have it installed. And then the jail said that there was an issue with the box check to indicate that she owed $8,000, but that was related to her bond. I had spoken to 3 people yesterday in the evening to try to set this straight, and they had insisted, no, she owes this much. And so she is still in jail, and I am just wanting to post that modification. I have let the state know that I have notified her employer, Montex Real Estate LLC, of the situation, and that she is doing deferred adjudication probation, which they were well aware of at the time she applied. It was for the charge of theft. It was for the possession of a
It's been
controlled
signed.
substance. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Which condition?
Oh. Just 1 second.
Yeah, the state was amenable to tracking only. But wanted me to put that on the record.
All right, do you want, it's GPS tracking with a curfew?
Or that was the alternative. I ideally wanted the tracking.
So are you in agreement with tracking only? All right, so I'm assuming that's yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what 70s show where they would always say, can you, oh, that's from Escape from New York. Can you dig it?
I'll look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, number one.
All righty, thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Luis Martinez?
Yes.
Yes.
On this case, he had retained counsel who withdrew.
Yes.
I was just appointed.
Yes. I know, yeah.
Yes, Judge, if I could have a discovery reset and just time to talk with him about the case. He didn't watch any videos or review any discovery with his prior retained counsels.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for discovery on Luis Martinez. And state on Luis Martinez, did you tender an offer? It's a theft case?
No, Your Honor, there's no offer.
All right, so an offer need to be tendered on March 13th as well.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
You can have a seat back in
You're
the
welcome.
gallery. And Judge, I had two other people, if I could, just very brief. Update you. I have two pleas. I know, can we send, one's a recommendation. I have the plea paperwork, I just haven't been able to get my client to sign it. Maybe we can do this in the civil basement. It's not opposed, there's no PSI.
Now, if it's for probation, I like to set my own conditions.
He was the one who was not here yesterday, Davies,
Mhm.
Walter, he's in handcuffs. He also has to use the restroom, but he's in handcuffs. Could we maybe get him out of custody and recall it for a plea
We can do a plea this afternoon.
this afternoon?
Mhm.
In between, or this afternoon?
At
yes.
1:30, yes.
And then I have an MTR also for a plea.
Okay, thank you.
So at 1:30?
Yes.
Can, I'm sorry, can Davies, you want Davies to remain in handcuffs?
Yes.
This was MTR of technical.
And what page is Luis Martinez on? Found it. All right, everyone, the court is going to take its recess. And we'll be back at 1:40.